Welcome all to the weekly outlook. Been here from EWPRO. Getting straight into the weekly outlook, starting with the DXY on the daily. I've gone over the three scenarios. First one is we get up to this 161.8. Second scenario, which is what I'm sort of really looking for, is a correction in here, similar size to this, and we get a W, X, Y, X2, and a Z up, and then we get the A, B, C. Or we just get the C down now. So they're the three scenarios I'm looking at on the daily chart. H4, we got the 5 up. We got an impulse down. This is quite impulsive up here, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit more downside breaking this low here. So we get some sort of an A, B, C here. I'd like to see a larger correction than these over here, and then we get possibly more upside. I'd be looking to sell this. If you get a nice correction in here and a sell setup, you could look for a sell for that A, B, C. AU on the daily, nothing's really changed looking at that A, a B, and a C up here. Still trying to work out if this is the actual low here. We do have a lot more bullish divergence now. We got a nice impulse up, so I would be looking for a buy. And definitely can look to buy this. As you can see, I've got a fib on here. I'm looking for some sort of a correction in here. Get some sort of a correction in here, and then I can look to buy. So yeah, Monday, Tuesday, I'd be looking for a buy setup. GU, we're looking for that larger wave C up. H4 is where it gets a little bit trickier because we do have a bear hidden here. If I zoom in a bit. So we have a bear hidden. And we have, well, 3 or 5 up here with bearish divergence. So you really got to be very careful trying to buy this. It can come down and break the low. I mean, Friday, I was looking for a buy in here. I did take a buy in here. Just for a C up, and we got that. I was just looking for an A, a B, and a C up. Got that. And now we've got an impulse down. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little correction in here and then more downside. So you'd have to be really careful if you're looking to buy this on the lower time frames, because it may just give you 3 up like this gave you 3 up. And then you get an impulse down. So, yeah. EU, looking for that larger C up. This A, B, and a C. H4, we got the 5 down. We did have a nice impulse here, but it comes back very deep to this impulse. So I'm mainly just looking for like an A, B, C. it may take off and give you a motive wave, but I wouldn't be surprised if you just get an A, B, C here, and we get more downside. So, you know, you can look to buy this. And again, on Friday, there was uh, uh, very similar to GU. There was a little buy set up in here to scalp this and then get 3 down here. So we do have 3 down in here now. So, you know, if you got a nice impulse up on the lower time frames, you could look for like A, B, C. You'd have to be very careful though, because how far this will go is anyone's guess at this stage. I am looking for a little bit more upside, like I showed. You know, looking for an A, a B, and get a C up. So ideally, you get a nice setup to buy. If you don't get the setup, yeah, just leave it alone. And nothing's changed. Looking for this A, a B, I'm going to get this C up. So I'm looking for buys like I have been for quite a while now. We did get a lower low here. Like I've mentioned previously, this was looking very corrective, and we did come down, break the low. Now we've got a fresh low. We've got a nice impulse from the top. So again, this should be a nice buy. If we get a nice buy set up on Monday, you know, this will be a nice nice trade to take. Like I showed, we got a nice impulse up here. We've got 3 down. So, you know, if you get a buy set up on the lower time frames, you can look for more upside. Oh, excuse me. GY, I've been telling people in my group to, you know, pretty much this is untradeable now. It's finally started to break this low here, so it's more sell. So this more than likely is the end of that C wave. We got that A, B, C. I was looking for a little bit more upside there, up to that 100 pip, but now I'll be looking for that A, B, C. Very difficult to get on this because of you know, we weren't getting higher highs or higher lows. You know, if we look at this here, this impulse here, you know, all this impulse is in within this. Same with this impulse is within this, and same with this impulse, it's within, you know, this. So it's more of a triangle. Um, you know, there's no higher highs, higher lows, so it's been very difficult to trade. And I've just been saying, you know, keep out of it. Very difficult to trade when it does this. But it looks like we're going to get that larger seed down now, so you could start looking for sells, I guess. But yeah, there's no nice entry on it, so I would be leaving it alone. You've already pretty much missed the entry. UY on the daily, we got 3 up in here. We got this nice impulse down here, and we got like 3 up in here. With bearish divergence, we're getting a nice sharp move down in here now. This very similar to GY. This was very difficult to trade. You know, this was looking more bullish than anything. Now it's just, you know, finally started to give us a direction and fall over. So yeah, you know, you could go down onto the lower time frames, look for some sort of a bear hidden in here, and look for downside, look for a sell setup. And that's what I'd be looking for, you know, some sort of a correction in here, and hopefully we get some sort of a bear hidden in here, and then get a nice sell set up, and we can look for a sell. USD CAD. So I've been mentioning, we can get up to this 161.8, and we did get a spike up to that. So we got that 1, 2, 3. So now I'm waiting for that wave 4. And then I'll be looking for that wave 5 up. So I'll be looking for sells, but if you're selling, you're selling into a correction. So you'd have to keep that in mind if you're looking for the sell, that it can be very choppy. H4 is quite nice. We got the 5 up. We got a nice impulse down. So if you get a nice correction in here, I'd be looking for the sell. The Swissy, I've really been waiting for. We got a nice impulse from a low. Just been waiting for, this B wave, and then I can look for that C up. It's pretty much just scalping now. It's getting quite choppy up the top here. We already had the 5 up on the H4 with the bearish divergence. I mean, this does actually have a bull hidden on it. So, do have a bull hidden in here. So, yeah, we can get another one up breaking that top. Yeah, it's going to be quite difficult, it's not a very good setup, because like this is impulsive, that's impulsive, and this is impulsive. So eventually we're going to get a correction. We got an impulse, and an impulse. Are we going to get a correction in here and 3 up in here, and then another one down for an A, B, C, and then you get an A, B, C before you get an A, B, C. Larger correction before you get more upside. For the B wave, it's a time factor. On the daily, we were looking for that B wave, so it's a time factor. This could be very choppy. So yeah. EG, we're right at the low. Right at a low. We got a nice impulse up, but it's come straight back down. I was looking for 5 up here, like 1, 2, 3, a 4, and a 5th wave up. It's become very deep here. We still can get a high here. We do have that bull hidden still. It's just not giving us any buy setups. And this has become very deep now. So if we're looking for a reversal on the daily, as a downtrend, and we're looking for an uptrend, a reversal. So, we'd have to look at this as some sort of a leading diagonal if we get another one up in here. If we get a leading diagonal, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a leading diagonal, well, more than likely we'll get a very deep correction, because after a leading or a leading diagonal, you'll usually get a very deep correction before you get that wave 3. You got 5 up in here, that's wave 1, 2, and then, you usually get a very deep wave 2. So that's something to consider if we get this 5th wave up in here. I mean, I'm only looking for buys. It's very, I mean, it's just we've sort of got like 1, 2, 3, getting a wave 4 here now and a wave 5. We do have a bull hidden on the H1 here as well. So, if you'd have to go right down onto the lower time frames, look for a buy setup and look to at least break that top. And if you're lucky, you get that wave 5 on the H4 going breaking the top. WTI, I was taking an arrow off now, but we're looking for an arrow up there. This is quite difficult now. I am still looking for buys. This is it's very similar to EG. This, I'm looking for a wave four. We do have a bull hidden in here. So, any bullish setup I get, I'm looking for that wave five up. But yeah, just not getting the setup, the buy setup to get in has been the problem. So, as you can see here, though, I'm looking for an extended wave here, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up in wave three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, if you get any sort of a buy setup, definitely worth looking at. Excuse me. There was some smaller stuff down here we were looking at. But yeah, H1, we're getting all the bullish divergence, just really just waiting for a bullish setup on the lower time frames to get in. So gold, um, so I dare say we're still in this wave three. I was looking for a correction here. I was looking for an A, a B, a C in a wave four before we get a fifth one up. It's just kept on going. So, and it hadn't really given us a correction. We are getting bearish divergence in here, though. Overall, we're getting bearish divergence. So, hopefully, it's coming to an end. You can see on the H4, I'll have to change the count on this because this has gone too far. I was looking at an A, B, C here, and then you get an A, B, C. Well, this wave C's kept on going. And it's just not giving us any sell setups. In fact, it gave us a buy setup in here on Friday. And it went up and broke the top and fell over. So, let's see in here, we were looking for this buy. If I'll just go down in here. So on Friday, we were looking at this. We got a nice impulse up, looking for a buy to go and break the top. And that's pretty much what's happened. Now you pretty much got to leave it alone because we don't have a lower low here. Yeah. I mean, at this stage, we have a bull hidden here. So, this here could go up, could easily go up and break that top at this stage. So yeah, I'm really only interested in sell setups being up at these heights. If you're buying, you're just scalping like this was on Friday. You're just scalping and that's it. You're in and out of the market quickly. Silver, we got the 5 up already. We got that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to the first target. Then we had these 3 down in here. I was sort of looking for 5 down in here. I've been mentioning, for quite a few weeks now. This was it. This was looking very corrective here. So I was looking for like a W, X, Y, X2 and a Z down before we get more upside. This is still so choppy. This is still very choppy. I wouldn't trust it. It still looks corrective to me. So, to buy into this can be quite risky. You're just scalping like on gold. I mean, I'd be looking for the sell, of course. We got all the bearish divergence. So, if we get a nice impulse down here and a sell setup, we definitely can look for a sell. But need this first. Then we can look for a sell. Bitcoin on the daily. So looking at that 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth wave up. We did get the fifth wave up. It just broke the ending point of that wave 3. So that's fine. We got the 5 waves up and we got all this bearish divergence now. So, I dare say we'll get some sort of a larger correction in here. before we get more upside. It's going to be very risky until we get this. Until we get that larger correction, it's going to be very choppy, I dare say. You're pretty much just scalping on the lower time frames. The H4, this is still looking very bullish. We got a nice impulse up in here. Very choppy down. This is starting to look quite bullish in here. May go from here. But the thing is, we got a nice impulse up, but we got a very deep correction. This come back to the 90 pip, around the 90 pip. So, if anything, I'd just be looking for a C up, and that's it. So if you're looking for a buy in here on the lower time frames, you're really just scalping and getting it to break even. Because you're right up the top of the market on this as well. It's like gold. S&P 500. I'm not going to spend much time on this. This is virtually well, I'm just leaving it alone. We're right at the top of the market. We've had all this bearish divergence for a very long time. We've broken the top again. Well, we did last week. And we got even more bearish divergence. It's playing around up the top here. So, be extremely careful if you're looking for buys on this. I thought this would have actually gone up and broken the top. I was looking at this as an A, B, C in here, and we go up and break the top. It didn't even go up and break the top. So, I would be leaving it alone at this stage until you get something solid on it, because, well, at this stage, I'd be looking for a sell on the lower time frames, because this didn't go up and break the top. We have a bear hidden here now. So more than likely, this will come down here and at least break this low. So if you do get a sell set up on the lower time frames, you definitely can look for a sell. It's very risky, because when we go down to the H1, we have a ball hidden here. So, I mean, I would be more interested in a sell. If we got a sell set up in here, I'd be looking for a sell. For the buy, I mean, very risky. If you got some sort of an impulse up in here and a buy setup, me personally, I just stay out of it altogether until something becomes clear, and then I'll give it a go. AU 200, really not much on this. We got higher highs. We're getting a lot more bearish divergence now. The thing here is, this was quite sharp. I was looking for a correction. If you go back through my videos, after we had this, I was looking for a correction here to give us straight down. It's given us a B wave, but it's broken the top. It's very choppy, so I am looking at a B wave, but looking for at least a C down in here, an A, B, C. Only looking for sells. Sort of, you can see how choppy this is. It's looking at 1, 2, 3, get A, B, C in here, wave 4, and possibly a wave 5 up. Then if you got a nice impulse down, a correction, I'd be looking to sell. I wouldn't be really interested in trying to buy this in this wave 5. It's not the best. The FTSE really taken off by the look of it. We're in this correction here for a very long time. It gave us the time factor here, and it pretty much took off from there. Overall, we do have bearish divergence. So H4, we got bearish divergence as well. So I wouldn't even be looking for the buys now. The buys have gone. You'd be looking for the sells, and it's just not giving us sell setup yet. This is more bullish in here. I wouldn't be surprised to get some sort of correction in here. It's scalping if just looking for the tops to get broken. It's scalping. So yeah, there's really not much on this at all. I would be leaving alone until I got a sell set up. Lastly, the DAX. DAX has taken off as well. We got 5 up in here now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. Bearish divergent. Excuse me, bearish divergent. So again, just looking for sells. So I wouldn't be looking for buys. I'd be looking for a sell. We may actually get something on this. We do have an impulse down in here. So definitely a sell. Well, there's a bull hidden on this. So you'd want a nice sell setup. You want like 1, 2, 3 up, nice sell setup on the lower time frames, and then you could look for a sell. Other than that, with that bull hidden there, this can go up and break the top, give us a higher high before we get the downside. So yeah, you will have to be careful at this stage selling this. But yeah, if you do get a sell set up, I'd definitely be worth looking at taking. So I hope you enjoyed the weekly outlook. If you did, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you out there next week.